G'day guys, it is episode 8 of the Swoopers, the DFR racing show, taking a look at day 3 of the Flemington Carnival. Of course, it's Group 1 Kennedy Oaks Day for the 3-year-old fillies over 2,500 metres. I'm Tim from Before You Bet, or Twitter at Tim_tips. Still recovering from yesterday's Melbourne Cup result with Il Paradiso, but looking forward to what's going to be another enormous day of horse racing this Thursday. As I've mentioned, Group 1 Kennedy Oaks Day at Flemington, and we've got 3 SportChamps tournaments for you to get involved in. Starting off with the $10,000 tournament. It's a $50 buy-in. You get one rebuy with that one. It's for the horse racing only. You can use any track in that one, the $10,000 tournament, for a $50 buy-in. We've next got a $3,500 tournament. Now, this one's exclusive to Flemington only. It's a $20 buy-in. You get no rebuys, but it's a Flemington-only tournament, a $3,500 pool. Finally, we've got the $2,000 tournament. It's a $5 buy-in as per usual. It's for the horses only. Again, any track, and you get no rebuys with that one. So if you're looking for the small tournaments, $2,000 for a $5 buy-in on the horse racing only. Now, as always, if you're keen for some help throughout the day, be sure to head to the DFR website and find our Swoopers article. You can find the tips from all of the team, and hopefully we can steer you into a few winners for your SportChamps tournaments. Let's get stuck into the selections from the team. Myself, Stu, Cory, and of course, Big Hef to round out the day. And we're all on a similar page today. You'll find a couple of the same selections from the team. So hopefully the confidence is high and we can deliver the goods. Starting with my best bet of the day, which comes up in race number 6 at Flemington. It's horse number 1, Harbour Views. He's the $2.50 favourite at the moment. He's had 5 career starts. He's won all 5 of those. He draws barrier 1 here, should get a sweet run. He does have to carry 61.5 kilos. But I think he's a Group 1 horse, and I think that he can continue on his winning run to the start of his career. So that's race number 6, horse number 1, Harbour Views. He's a $2.50 favourite. It's my best of the day. My value pick at Flemington comes up in race number 4. It's horse number 16, Affair to Remember. It's an $8.50 chance in what looks a really open race. This is my long shot of the day, I think, on Derby Day, but she didn't quite make the field. She got balloted out. She was one of the emergencies. But I think she's going to be tough to beat here. She's had 2 starts this preparation. She won really nicely first up at Geelong. She then came out second up and ran in a listed race and was terribly held up in about the final 100 metres of the race where she was really hitting the line. I think the step up to 1,700 metres is going to suit her perfectly here. And as I said, it looks a very open race. So $8.50 about her looks a good bet. To close out, or in the Oaks, I should say, in the Group 1 feature, it's race number 8 at Flemington. I'm with horse number 3, Game at $6. She was the last start winner of the Ethereal Stakes. Now, in the Oaks, 5 of the last 6 winners of the Oaks have won their start leading into the Oaks. A couple of those have been in the Ethereal Stakes. I think everything sets up nicely for her. She was an impressive winner of the Ethereal. Ryan Moore jets in to take the ride. Of course, she's owned by Coolmore, drawn barrier 1, and I think she's going to prove very hard to beat. And $6 is a good bet. I think there's only one other chance in the race, and that is Miami Bound. So it looks a 2-horse race for me. I'll just take the bigger price about Gamo. Heading over to Stu Brown's tips, and his best bet of the day comes up in the final race, race number 9, and he's with number 2, California Zimble. Looks very, very hard to beat. She's been hugely impressive in 2 starts this preparation, this filly. Last start, you might remember, she gave Loving Gabby an absolute bath, and then Loving Gabby came out and won the Group 1 Manicato Stakes. So that form looks very, very good. She's only in a Group 3 here, down the straight, and if she was to reproduce anything of what we've seen from this preparation, she'll be your winner. That's race number 9, horse number 2, California Zimble. It's currently around $2.10. Stu's best value bet of the day comes up in race number 7. He's with horse number 4, Oscar Boy. He's a $15 chance, so some terrific value for you there. He's ridden by Nash Rawiller, trained by Jason Warren. He's had 3 career starts for a win and 2 minor placings. He was beaten a nose last start, so he's a consistent type, and $15 looks over the odds. In the Oaks, Stu's gone the way of number 1 Miami Bound, as I've just alluded to. She was the last start winner of the Wakeful Stakes. She gets Damien Oliver with the ride. Melbourne Cup winning trainer Danny O'Brien trains her as well. She's drawn well in barrier 8. She was strong through the line last start over 2,000 metres, and the step up in trip looks to suit her. She's the current favourite at $3.80 and does look a very, very good chance of making it a big week for Danny O'Brien. Moving on to Frenchy and Cory's best bet of the day. He's in the same camp as Stu with California Zimble in race number 9 at Flemington. We don't need to go on any further about that. His best value bet of the day comes up in race number 3 at Flemington. It's horse number 7, Sir Simon, at $8. Now, this bloke's trained by the same trainer of the inevitable, Scott Brunton, over in Tasmania. And when he brings one to Melbourne, they generally run very, very well. This horse has had 6 starts in its career. It's won 4 of those. It's had 1 run this preparation and resumed with a win. Comes to Melbourne now during Cup week, and they would be bringing this horse here for a very good reason. He's an $8 chance, and Cory's made him his best value bet of the day. Cory in the Oaks, he's also in the same camp as Stu with number 1 Miami Bound, the favourite. We've gone through her chances already. She does look a very good winning chance. Finally, we move on to Big Hef selections. He's with me with horse number 1 in race 6, Harbour Views, as his best bet of the day. As I've said, he's 5 from 5 in his career and looks very hard to beat once again. And Hef's also following Cory with his best value bet of the day in number 7, Sir Simon, in race number 3. As I've just mentioned, Tasmanian horse, when they bring them across, you always have to keep a very watchful eye on them. Now in the Oaks, Hef's gone a little bit different to the rest of us. He's with number 2, Moonlight Maid. This horse ran second last start in the Moonee Valley Vars behind a horse called Soul Patch. Soul Patch came out and ran in the Derby just Saturday gone past and ran very well. So that's a good form line to bring into the Oaks, and it's a different form line than the Ethereal and the Wakeful Stakes. And look, you'd think that she would run very well here. She's somewhere around the $4.80 mark. So Hef's gone with number 2, Moonlight Maid. It's going to be a massive day, as per the rest of the days of the Flemington Carnival. As I've said, the Group 1 Kennedy Oaks is the feature race of the day on Thursday before we round out the carnival with Stakes Day on Saturday. I'll be covering it all as usual over on beforeyoubet.com.au. You can check out all of my tips for the whole day there, and you can follow me on Twitter at Tim_tips. Hopefully you can get involved in some of those SportChamps tournaments and take home a share of the cash, and we'll be back to do it all again for Stakes Day on Saturday to round out the Flemington Carnival. Have a great day and good luck, guys.